Okay, the September 26th edition of Monday Night Raw was an absolute banger. Let's start off with the highlights of the show, and that's wrestling. Monday Night Raw gave us a lot of solid wrestling every single match. I want to say, I didn't do an exact breakdown on this, so don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure out of a 3-hour show, if you take out the commercial breaks, you got like 2 hours and 30 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. We probably got about a good solid hour to an hour and a half, maybe hour 45 minutes of actual in-ring action. And not just regular matches. Like some of these matches that we saw could have literally been pay-per-view matches. For example, the match we saw with Bianca Belair and Io Sky to open up the show, great match. Great way to start the show off, great action bell to bell. We didn't see a whole lot of kooky stuff either. We saw a lot of stuff with promos that made sure they tied in to tell stories, which is always what you want to do. One thing that I saw last night that I've been pretty much clamoring for the longest from WWE is, so we know the situation that we have going on with Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, okay? So, if you paid attention to Raw, we know that typically times past when things have worked, when you got two guys that are in a rivalry, we normally get rematch after rematch after rematch after rematch. We have seen WWE take a really different approach with this one. So we saw Seth Rollins take on Rey Mysterio, and later on that night we saw Matt Riddle take on Damian Priest. Both of these guys, that's a great way for them to stay fresh, to get time on screen, get time in the ring without actually having to interact with each other. They both cut promos on each other, and this is kind of typical of a lot of the booking style that we saw in the Attitude Era, where you actually use your guys that you have in feuds to help with other guys that you don't have in feuds, which is great. We didn't see a lot of kooky finishes. We saw a great match between AJ Styles and Sami Zayn. If you want to talk about the Solo Sikoa interference, you can. Me personally, Sami Zayn got a win. So that should be the whole highlight of the night. Sami Zayn finally got a win after what's looked like has been an eternal losing streak this year so far. But all in all, the September 26th edition of Monday Night Raw, very solid show. I highly suggest you go check it out. And until then, peace out.